Let's just be quiet 1 second, please.
We just rapping, dog. Everything real vanilla. Everything moving real vanilla right now. I'm just however long I rap, what we gon' call it? Look at me, dog. Niggas know I ain't the one to sleep on. I'm under pressure, gotta sleep with the heat. An extra clip beside the dresser like I'm pop. Paranoid niggas puffin' pot, puffin' out your chest, what? Stop. We ain't stupid, we ain't stun you and none you doing. I'm the intruder, the pursuer, the persuader, the shooter. I display a
Give me 1 sec. Let me get done. Let me post this on the Discord real quick.
Now I'm just aggravated. Say congratulations, everybody. I can activate. Imagine they had first let bear bonds from out the batting cages. Pre-performance enhancing behavior. Run my accolades. Run my bath and rub my back, baby. They been sack chasing. If all these rats racing, I'm coming in last place. Snakes in the grass, a haul ass at a fast pace. Offense, autograph the ball, I pass great. I'm an athlete. Turn your favorite rapper to the ashes in the ashtray. Look, shit.
Yo, what's good? Hanif? What's good, Z? Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners when somebody disrespects our flag to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, he's fired. I don't know what the fuck that came from, but whatever that shit came from, I don't fucking know, because I don't watch football. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch football. Too much time for me to be out here watching football. I don't got time to be watching football. Donald Trump quote. Y'all know another thing Donald Trump said? I don't even think y'all know this. Yo, what's good, Joel? What's good, Joel? We're going to get into this breakdown super soon. But you know another thing Donald Trump said? He said if he was reincarnated, he would want to be a black man. That's a fact. You could go ahead and Google that too. I bet y'all didn't know that. I bet y'all didn't know that shit. And when I heard that, I seen that shit, I was like, bro, hold on. I gotta fact check this. Hold on. What? I gotta fact check this, bro. Hold on. I had to go search it up. He really did say that shit. It was a while ago, and of course that shit got shut down. No one really want to say anything about it, but you're gonna believe everyone in the media serve you. He said it himself. He's literally quoted. So it's not something the media said. He literally quoted saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one person came out as a secondary source on some fucking ancient Greek, ancient Rome shit. You know what I'm saying? Mid-major bowl low-key better than high major. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It just depends. It depends on the school. It depends on the system. It depends on the environment, most importantly. Because I feel as though what you're kind of getting at when you said like mid-major is better than high major is like when you're at that mid-major, the environment, like people, it's more serenaded, like in terms of investment and like how much people really like seeing the team. You know what I'm saying? Like in those smaller settings, those smaller schools, they appreciate that stuff a little more. And so especially when you go to like a mid-major that like overperforms in a sense, people gonna love you for that. They're gonna love the entire team. Like the amount of energy you're gonna get out of that shit's gonna beat a lot of the high majors. Because some of those schools just be a little too bougie. People don't really be fans like that. It's a lot of the general public. But when you got something in that like small little environment, people gonna cherish that shit for real. Hoodie again, take it off, please, bro. Hey, I'll take this off. I'll take this hoodie off when my merch is done. That shit should be like next week. I'll literally be coming to stream wearing the same hoodies on stream every week. It'll be my hoodies, by the way. So also, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of different colors though, but it's only gonna be for personal. I'm only gonna drop like 2 different colorways, 2 different types, but the rest I may have a whole bunch of different flavors and shit. I don't know. I'll see, but I don't know. Braun. I mean, GOAT in my opinion is still Jordan. The boat though is Braun. The boat is Braun and Kobe. It's tough. It's tough for me. Like just in general, it's tough. But let me get these clips pulled up while we playing, because I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm getting efficient with this. I'm getting efficient with these breakdowns. What team do you play for? I don't play for no team. If I play for a team, you probably will not see me here, because when I do something, I do it full throttle. I don't half-ass anything. So like I'll probably, if I ended up playing pro, I don't even know if I would be still doing social media or anything like that. I have no intentions on doing so, but after conversations are just about like who I am and my game and like just playing in certain areas, some people are like, yo, you got to go at least try. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to close the door on it completely, but at the moment, I'm not going to do it. In terms of my mindset right now, I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play for no team currently, but 5 years, 3 years or so, I don't know. Who knows where life gonna take me? Mikey coming to your hometown. Yeah, I know he coming over here. I know he pulling up. I'll see what happened. I don't know what's gonna occur. I may pull it to a few games or so. What I may actually do, I ain't gonna lie. I may actually do this, right? I may go try out for the UCF walk-on, and literally just go fry, like go cook barbecue and shit, like get all the way down to the end, right? To where like, all right, I want you to come play pickup with the team. I'm like, oh shit, you want me to play pickup with the team, and it's gonna be like, all right, boom, we have this spot, we do this, what year you win, boom, boom, blah blah blah. I'm gonna be like, nah, coach, I don't do this. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just trying to test my game out. And then be like, what the fuck, this dude, what the. That's one of my. I really do that. I was thinking about doing it this past year, but the classes I had stacked up last semester, which was the fall, like I didn't really have the time for it. But the way my last semester of school would look like now, I'm like, oh, I could do that. I could do that now because I would only have to do an internship and then one other class, right? And the internship, it would be with like hopefully with the basketball program that I know, some people that I know. I haven't approached them with the idea. But hopefully we can put that shit together. But if that shit does happen, or when that shit does happen, I ain't gonna lie, that shit gonna go crazy. He is ineligible until August soon, no might get until sophomore season. I mean, it's not even sophomore season. He hasn't used that year of eligibility because he hasn't played any game. So it's not really sophomore, it's still freshman season. You know what I'm saying? Unless he actually did check into one game, then boom, you got that shit gone. But as long as he ain't checking into no game, he still got 4 years. He still got 4 years, and I guarantee you he's gonna utilize all those years if necessary. So we'll see how it looks like, though. I'm interested because I'm interested to see how those players are able to go from high school to where you're just playing all this ISO basketball and like this not no real offense, and players who are not really of high talent and high caliber, right? And then you have to play against a bunch of people who are on your talent level, or at least around your talent level, and if not, skill level. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how he adjusts to that, playing in the system, playing in a completely different style of basketball. And so you see some players like Rob Dillingham, like he been doing this thing at Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? First round, projected first round, maybe mid first round or some shit like that right now. Been doing this thing. And so like I'm really curious to see how those players really convert. So let me go to the chat on here. Will this count as a red shirt or just it's a red shirt? Red shirt is not playing. Red shirt is not playing. Like red shirt, you could practice with the team. You could do all the team festivities, just not check into the game. That's a red shirt. The second that you check into the game, I'm pretty sure that's when you lose eligibility. So that's really all the red shirt is. As long as you haven't played in no game, you could practice, you could lift, you could do all the extremities, all the activities. You could go to all the retreats. You could do all that shit as long as you don't play in the game. I believe so. I don't think his game will translate, to be honest, to improve himself at OT. I don't think he'll be him at D1, but I'm still rooting for him. No hating over here. Yeah, I want to see everybody do their best. I want to see everybody get the best out of themselves, and so that's kind of what I even do right now. Like that's one of the motivators as to why I even coach. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all be able to get the best out of what y'all got, regardless if you just play for fun or you legit play and organize, or you're coming from a perspective of I'm not even talented at all. I don't got nothing. Like, I don't really have no natural skill. How could I build this? You know what I'm saying? And so I seen that shit myself, and I was like, damn, I don't got no bounce. I don't got no natural handle, no natural shot, and then it all had to just be built. So I was like, fuck it, I gotta get this shit out there. Show y'all that this shit is actually possible. Went from like probably like a 33, 34 inch vert to like probably about a 40 right now. And I was gonna say this too. I did this new workout. What day was it? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Bro, my fucking quad is the most sore it's been since like I've been a sophomore in like high school. Sophomore in high school, maybe junior year. Like when you have to do conditioning before the season, and like you just never did it before. Like I'm talking that type of sore. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I know what it was because I was drilling something over and over and over. And the amount of times in which I was drilling, especially it was for jump technique and foreign mechanics, I was just using the same muscle over and over and over, and I haven't trained it to that extent before. So my right quad right now, that shit is. Was it Thursday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, after the workout I was sore. Then I went to sleep. My left one is good now, but my right one is still pretty sore. And so it's super specific though. Like it's only certain muscles, and I come to understand like, oh, these are the muscles that's needed for jumping. This muscle's not sore. This spot's not sore. This spot's not sore. But this one is, and this one is, and that one is. So I'm like, that's the muscles I got to train if I want to get better at jumping. So it low key did help me because I understand where all the strength needs to come from. And now that I know that, this shit about to get crazy. This shit about to get crazy. It's about to get wicked. But let me see. Let's see what we got. Boom. We got 10 minutes of clips. By the way, I was going to only watch PG, right? PG, he had what, 38? Yeah, 38 against the Thunder. I was only going to watch that. But then I finished that game. It was like 10:30, and I was like, I don't stream for another cool full, like 5 hours. I could watch Ant's game from yesterday, and I seen that he had 26 points in the second half. He had that. I know y'all probably seen this already. I know for a fact. Y'all must have seen this, because I don't even be watching the highlight pages. I don't follow no like House of Highlights and shit like that, like NBA or anything like that. So I don't see the highlights that happened right after the game, but I seen the one that Ant did where he was cooking Tillman from that elbow, from that free throw line, hit him with a snatch back, tween, boom, step back, pump fake off the glass, two hand. That shit was nasty. I seen that shit and I was like, oh, damn. Baby Jordan. I see motherfuckers. When I seen it, I went to the comment section of the post I seen it. I don't even know how. I don't follow the pages, but it was probably, I think it was just suggested. And so I was like, damn, yeah, he one of them, bro. He one of them. And I ain't gonna lie. Y'all may be like, y'all probably may disagree with me on this take right here at this point in time, right? But if we're looking at Ant and we're looking at Jason Tatum, right? Just look at their games in themselves, right? Tatum has way more experience, undeniably way more experience, right? You've literally seen year after year, rookie year, Eastern Conference Finals, semifinals, finals appearance, Eastern Conference, like he's gotten far so many times, right? And so you may be like, all right, boom, so already being in the league so many years, he's, boom, the best wing in the NBA. But what people really go down to when they want to rank players, right? Who's first, who's second, who's third, is who's going to be the most effective in the playoffs, right? When we're going to see Jason Tatum in the playoffs and the Celtics in the playoffs, the thing that they do that only holds them back and doesn't allow them to take that next step is because they play the game and they seek a certain style of shot. They seek a three-pointer every time. They try to play a playoff game like they do in a regular season game, right? You can't play that shit the same. And they keep forgetting the in-between game, right? And so now when you come down to the playoffs, you got players honed in. You just need to get a bucket, but you're trying to get a three, and they know they're trying to get a three. You just want to get in the paint, kick out, shoot threes and shit. It's just going to make you inefficient, and it's not going to allow you to be the best player possible. But when we're going to see Ant get into the playoffs, really get into some real series, you're going to see how he's going to play between three levels and see his efficiency in the playoffs be much higher than, say, even a Jason Tatum, right? On the fact that he's using that in-between game. If he's using that in-between game, and then you want to say, all right, who's the best wing? Just off the fact of that, off the strength of that, you're going to be like, oh, Ant may actually be better. Right? And on top of that, he's a little flashier. The game's a little prettier, more pleasing to the eye. And so I feel as though once you really begin to see Ant get into the playoffs, that's something that's going to be important. Can you make a video about playing low or mobility workout? I'm about to post some. So playing low as in like offensive, like dribbling and whatnot. You talk about like that type of stuff, or are you talking about like mobility also like on defense? Because your name is Clamps Defender. Right, so I don't know if you're talking about how could I play low, you know what I'm saying, be able to get underneath somebody when I'm playing defense. Or you're talking about, all right, when I'm trying to hit a go move on offense, how could I be able to get low? Like, which type of low we talking about? Because they can be trained similar ways, but they're two different movement patterns. And that's the key when it comes down to it. They're two different movement patterns. So you could get strong one way, strong in this plane, but you got to learn how to actually get strong in these. Also learn how to move with that strength as well. On offense. He said, all right, hold on, give me one sec. No matter how much I hate Boston Celtics in a competitive sense, I fuck with them boys. They're very patriotic. Their fan base is very patriotic. Their fan base is the utmost patriotic fan base there probably is. You know what I'm saying? On top of the fact that shit is in goddamn Boston, Massachusetts, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. On offense, you said Clamps Defender, the new Patrick Beverly. Yo, don't play at Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly really got game. Y'all need to stop playing with his name, no cap. But whatchamacallit, on offense, it's really as simple as this. When it comes down to if you want to play low on offense. If you want to play low, you got to train low. If you want to train low, take all the workouts, the basic workouts that you usually do, right? So say, for me, take a lunge, take a rear foot elevated split squat, take a lateral lunge, a side lunge, and you really could work off those three things and use those as isometrics at its end range, and I guarantee you'll get results. I guarantee you, right? I promise. Like that's what I literally spammed a rear foot elevated split squat, a bridge, right? Just for a glute isometric, right? I also did I did a bridge variation that shifted the point of focus.
What's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Yeah,
That
you
was
already
a
know.
Twitch follow. That's crazy. But yeah, I did a bridge variation that shifted the focus of from the glute to the hamstring. Right, that's something I even did today. I can even show y'all that. All you literally got to do, y'all know hip thrust, right? Y'all know hip thrust. You be seeing a bunch of girls be doing it, but you just hold it at the top. It's a bridge as isometric, right? So get to that top, hold it there, and then your knee angle is gonna be 90 degrees, right? That's if you want to keep it glute dominant, right? Take notes, right? And so that's what you got to do if you want to keep it glute dominant. If you want to shift it to the hamstring, then you got to extend that foot out maybe another 35 degrees. I promise, like literally, instead of having your knee be like this, right? Say this is your body, this is your leg, right? And then if you take the leg and push it out and stay on your heel, right? Down here is your heel, that's on the ground. Have the angle be about like this, hamstring. Promise, that shit work like a motherfucker. You can either do it with your with your shoulder, with your back on a box, or you can either do it just flat on the ground. Either way, they both work. I did when I did it today, I used I just went flat on the ground because especially when you're just doing a full on isometric, you're just trying to get that full contraction. Like you don't even need the weight sometimes. Like I didn't even use weight today. I did 2 sets, I've been testing out this new way to do reps and sets. And low-key, I got to hold that back for a second. I want to see how well it works. If y'all want to know what exactly it is, I'm probably going to post it sometime this weekend on the membership section, the community section. And I think it's going to be a new innovative way to use reps and sets. So I did it. I did the typical. I'm going to vague it down a little bit. I'm going to water it down in a sense. About 3 sets of 20 each leg, right? But I manipulated it so that I could be able to maximize that. So basically, I did 3 sets of 20 seconds each leg, right? But I did a slight little variation to that. Still got the same thing, but a little variation, right? And so I did that, back flat, boom, hamstring right there. That just trains that knee angle and how to contract that hamstring when your knee is at that angle, right? When you're in that sprint. It's almost simulating that sprint position. So when you're low, you're in that sprint, you're ready to activate that. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, going back to what you were saying, playing low. Of course, I'm going to try to get some workouts posted. Someone's in the Discord. Hold on, let me open the Discord. I don't know if you're in the Discord, Clamps, but let me get the link. Yo, what's good? What's good, Alex? This Wemma, right? That's your account, Wemma, right? Boom. Let me post the Discord link right quick. I'm pretty sure I already have some stuff in the Discord on playing low. I need to add some stuff on mobility, but I've been experimenting with a lot of shit, so it's been a little tough to be able to get shit recorded because I don't want to bring y'all workout that I end up figuring out you got to do this a little better so then you can maximize it and then giving y'all some watered down version of something. Like I just don't like doing that, like just giving y'all a bunch of watered down stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure everything I do is at the highest level. And like when I drop my vert program, and when I drop more programs after that, and when I do IRL content, I want all of that stuff to be at the highest level. And so it all just takes time. Do you know any exercises to strengthen your hips? I'll give y'all one right now. It's a big time gym. It's a hip lock, right? It's a hip lock. I don't know if y'all necessarily know exactly what it is, but say you're standing, right? I don't even have room in here to stand. But I kind of do. But it's a hip lock. I may record it, but all it really is hold on. I'm gonna just stand up for this, right? So all it really is you get right here and hold this. You hold this, right? You can't see my full frame, but hold this. Back leg is straight. Whole time, bro. I promise you that's a glute isometric and that's a hip flexor isometric, right? That shit it's one of the best ones I've kind of recently learned, and I'll record it, just so y'all know exactly how it looks like, how the back leg looks, how my upper body looks. But that's how the base will kind of look. But I wouldn't say go ahead and do it just seeing me do that right there and then, because there's also different ways, different things you have to do up top that I can't even really show because I need my full frame. But that's one thing I need to record. I'll record that. That hip lock one I just told y'all about. He said one for offense. I may find a new little variation that I know, throw that in there, and then I'll probably throw in like another calf or ab workout. So, boom. We about to get into this breakdown now, bro. Allen Iverson looked like an NFL safety. You know, now I only realize he tough as nails. He could have played football. I'm pretty sure he had offers and everything. Really should have been in the league for real. Really should have been in the league. But make sure y'all go join that Discord, because once I do post that workout, it's going to be in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you're not going to be able to see the workout. It might be on my IG story. Will it stay? I don't know. I don't even know if it'll be there. But make sure you join the Discord. And I already got workouts in there, and I have a workout structure of how you gotta pattern certain things within a workout. So make sure y'all go ahead and join that. And as I do this, as I get this posted on Instagram, y'all join the Discord, and by the time y'all done with that, doing a little verification shit and everything, we'll probably be started with this breakdown. So we got PG and we got Ant. PG 38 versus OKC, and then Ant's game last night against the Memphis Grizzlies. So let me get this posted. Yo, what's good, P? What's good? And then also, there's a couple things in terms of body, like your body movement, that I'm gonna show y'all with Paul George of how to play smooth. Right, you see it in the title, how to play smooth. I'm not going clickbait. I'm gonna actually tell y'all certain things, right? And the one I'm gonna tell y'all in this breakdown is a gem. Probably haven't really heard of it, and how it really applies to basketball within movement. Like, I literally see the clip right now. I just gotta wait till we get to the clip. So let's see. 1 second. Let's find a cool bucket right quick. Let me find. Damn, PG. Damn, PG. Can I get a bucket? Can I get a bucket? Hold on. Boom. Here we go. Fuck it. We rock with this. We rock with this. You sound hyped for next chapter, season 9, starting in 45 minutes. Shit, 45 minutes. We'll still be in this breakdown. Hold on. Boom, boom. Here we go. 1 sec. Boom, boom. By the way, if y'all not subbed up, make sure y'all sub up, because once I hit 15K subs on here, I'm doing an IRL breakdown. I got some film I had from a while ago, so I was like, fuck it, I'll show y'all until I actually start recording some shit for real. But make sure y'all sub up, then y'all gonna see that game. Boom, hold on, slide, boom. Boom, boom. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Let's lock in. We locked in. We locked in. We locked in. Somebody make a boom counter. It was just a boom counter for the story post. It was just for the story post. That was probably like a cool little 14 booms type shit. You know what I'm saying? About 14 booms. But here we go with the breakdown. Here we go. We got 10 minutes of clips. 10 minutes of clips. Let's lock in though. PG against OKC. And by the way, PG should be an all-star this year. I was looking at it. He's averaging 24, 5 and 4, or like 6 and 4. Him and Kawhi have like the same exact numbers. If at least PG's got to be an all-star. Maybe PG or Kawhi, but I feel like one that might get snubbed. I don't know because there's be a lot of comp, but in the front court, they both might fuck around to make it. I'm gonna be honest. The front court, they both may fuck around to make it. But yeah, it should be an all-star this year though. PG should definitely be an all-star this year. And they both been healthy is a thing too. They both been healthy. Kawhi also got paid 3 years, 155. Damn, got paid crazy. But let me slow this down too. Out the gate though. This was interesting right here to start. Shea, PG, the matchup. I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. Because I also know that Kawhi, PG could switch. Terrence Mann could even switch on to this. Don't matter, right? But PG had the first call on Shea, right? And so the first thing I want to point out when it comes down to this is one thing as to which a lot of defenders tend to forget, which is range when you play defense, right? And so PG having Shea's number, when he has to guard Shea, he understands that I'm going to end up giving up the shot. That's what we're going to live with if you take it, right? So I'm not going to play him up here around the line, right? I'm going to play him with a little bit of a gap. So when he decides to go and attack and try to get to exactly where he wants to, right? I could be able to beat him to spots, right? And literally just by beating him to that spot, him giving the ball up, he's won that battle. You just want the ball out of his hands at the end of the day. You'll get beaten really by anybody else but Shea. So boom, he won that battle just because he knew how to play his range so they could beat him to a spot. Yo, what's good, Lee? What's good, Lee? By the way, if y'all got any questions as I go about the breakdown, as I say anything, let me know. Let me know. And now right here with PG. A lot of y'all tend to forget this with PG, right? You always think about how smooth he plays. He's also a fantastic off-ball player, right? Notice the screen with Chet, right? Absolutely. Like, you may say he held on to him. He literally hugged him for a second. But you could do shit like that. You can get away with shit like that. And I don't think y'all can understand this as well. When it comes down to setting these screens, right? If you just kind of stand in somebody's way, get there before somebody even goes, and then they go accordingly to you, that's when the shit could actually work, right? So really understand this, right? Like I said before, PG is a fantastic off-ball player, but a lot of people don't pay attention to that because his handle and how smooth he is. But understand this, right? He's about to go and screen Chet, but he gets here, gets set, and really just stands in Chet's way. And his back is pointed to exactly where he wants Mason Plumlee to go. So when Chet tries to recover, boom, Paul George is already set. He's not moving fast. Mason Plumlee is able to go, and Chet cannot recover. And now James Harden goes accordingly. He goes timely. And so now Josh Giddey on this weak side, he's not even there. Lob pass to Mason Plumlee. That's really an assist for PG right there. Sup, Pat, got a game. Now I'm going to try to ball out for you, fam. Hey, don't ball out for me. Ball out for yourself. Don't ball out for me. Ball out for you. Everything you got to do got to be for you, because in this life, it's only you. You know what I'm saying? Caskets ain't got no bunk beds the last time I checked. Caskets don't got no bunk beds. So everything you do, keep you in mind and put yourself as that priority, and just make sure that you want to prove yourself. You want to beat yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want to do better at everything you do. You want to win all those little internal battles, those internal wars, right? Because the only thing that really be stopping us is ourselves. When you really look at it, whether it's maybe something you know, but you just want to remain naive and ignorant to it, or you actually do know better, but you just want to put a limitation upon it as to what you can do. So just do it for you. Who do you think is the best shooter on the Clippers? Kawhi can shoot his ass off. I ain't gonna. It depends. Like, Kawhi and PG are like at the same level. I ain't gonna lie, cause Kawhi, like, he doesn't shoot the same type of moving shots PG does, but the clip as to which you can shoot him at, that's where it's like neck and neck, and that's where it kind of gets tough. You know what I'm saying? I would say from the free throw line, though, I definitely got my dog Mason Plumlee. Got that little lefty bullshit. Nah, I'm just trolling, bro. How do I know when to start getting into my bag and start doing moves into a step back? How do I know when to not do that and follow the team's motion as a point guard? What do I do in what situation? I literally got something exactly for that, right? I got something exactly for that. It's coming from the perspective of PG, who's a wing, but it's the same concept of building rhythm. The key when it comes down to when should I get in my bag, when should I do this, when should I do that, comes down to how well you're able to build your rhythm. So then you're just able to get into your bag off instinct, right? Subconsciously, you're just flowing, right? And you're not really thinking about, oh, what move do I need to get to? Oh, I need to get mines. I need to do this. I need to do that. So really understand as I go about this, the one thing as to which I would say you got a note for like this entire breakdown is how PG is going to build his rhythm, because he doesn't have a quick start. He doesn't have a fast start, right? And then also this is going to kind of vary to Ant, because in Ant's case, his game, his aggression shifted between halves, but I don't want to get to that too much right now. I'll just focus on PG, but really focus on how he's going to build his rhythm to then get into his bag. And notice the type of shots he's going to hit before he is getting into his bag, right? I want you to understand that. And it's the same thing from a point guard's perspective as well. So understand that here too. But look though, now let's get back to PG, right? So middle of the floor now, a little different situation. He still got a good bit of a range. Understand that Shea loves to downhill against these attacks, but I want y'all to peep something so little, right? And that's why he was able to beat Shea to the spot right there and then. Look, I may even have to put this in 0.33 speed, just because how much y'all really need to see this, right? So, look, I gotta go 0.33. I gotta go 0.33 because I had to slow this down myself quite a few times, right? And so look, let me go back. Hopefully this shit don't freeze on me. There we go. All right, we have to play this through right quick. Then we're gonna be able to get into it, right? And so look, peep this. Look, what makes PG such a great defender is notice his feet as Shea gets into his misdirection, right? Right foot's about to step. Watch PG's feet. Left, right, left, right. He's moving in steps. And by him moving in steps, he could be able to jump out and beat Shea to wherever he's going. I know you've seen that off arm, right? But understand why that off arm is even there, right? Now we can speed this up. A little bit. Let's go back one more time. Here we go, right? Y'all peep the feet, now peep the arm, right? Look who makes contact first. PG does a little bit, right? But also at the same time, you see Shea kind of getting there as well. And then that push off occurs, and now PG, boom, he kind of pulls on that arm after Shea makes that contact to help himself in that situation, right? So he doesn't fall completely all the way back. And y'all also realize, right, a lot of defenders as a whole, you'll see a lot of hand checking essentially that goes on as well when players begin to enter these attacks, because I feel as though from a referee's perspective, when they see offensive players go at the defensive player and there's contact with the arms, they're usually going to leave that as a no call, right? In these situations, they're going to leave a lot of these as a no call. And so the way as to which they're taught to be able to call the hand checks, right? If you really look at the handbook, right? Let me go back one more time, right? Because you see PG hand check this, but I talked about the feet. But when referees see a hand check, this is not how they're told to call a hand check. Go look at the video playbook, right? In the video rule book, and you'll see exactly what is a hand check and what they're going to call. Referees are robots in terms of what they want to call. They'll call it for exactly what it is and what they see and what they're told to call and what they're not told to call. They don't really play in that gray area of what should be a foul and what should not be a foul. So PG's feet keeps him in place, and then when Shea decides to boom extend that arm, get his body off, look at what PG's gonna do. Make sure that he's able to use Shea's own arm against him, so he's able to not fall so far back. Little things right there, and I want you to continue to watch that off arm going forward, because there's a few more possessions with that same thing. And now look, PG telling the ref, hey, peep that off arm, even though PG had that arm there first. I mean, even though all that shit happened, boom, bucket by Jalen Williams. He's like, fuck. I gotta go before I leave. Your favorite cheerleader squad in the NBA? I go, bro. I have no fucking favorite cheerleading squad in the NBA. Hold the fuck up. We really gotta think about this. I want all y'all to think about this. All right, chat. Look, I want all y'all to think about this. He has a favorite cheerleading squad. The only time you see cheerleaders on the team is on the halftime video on League Pass, right? So that means every team that plays, he's sitting there watching the halftime, watching the commercial breaks on the teams that's playing on League Pass and whatnot. Because on League Pass, that's when they actually show what's going on in the arena. They don't have commercial breaks, right? And so that means he watched 30 teams and 30 different cheerleading squad performances. That's crazy. That's crazy. Couldn't be me, gang. I'm sorry. It couldn't be me. But right here, too. Making use of my League Pass. That's not making use of League Pass, gang. Cheerleaders on League Pass is insane, bro. First time I heard that shit in my life. Right? But look, hey, Lee, this is what I was talking about with the rhythm part. This part's going to be important. This part is important, right? So, look, this is the first time PG got an action ran for him, right? No switch. Shay's on his inside. Boom, bumps occurs. Not as big of a bump as he anticipated it being. So now, boom, Shay, he gets that block, right? Missed that first shot. And now it's going to be a little sporadic. I'm going to be going between in and out of topics, but understand that play right there. Make sure you remember that, right? So look at this play now. This is just a defensive play. Look, Harden on the free throw. Bucket goes in. Shay's the point guard. PG's a primary defender. But what does PG do? Just walk. But why do that, right? Because you're not set. And him being not set forces Kawhi now to cut off this lane. So Shay doesn't just blow past him, right? And now Kawhi being there, PG not getting all the way back after the free throw, knowing I ain't going to pick up on Shay full court, right? Now leads to this, James Harden rotating late to Chet. Chet, boom, drop off the giggity, and then boom, lay off the glass. And now right here at PG, look, this is where it all starts. Look, now here. Slow this down, 0.5. Now, remember that last shot, right? Off the dribble, try to get to the spot, blocked, couldn't cook. Now he got this in the post triple threat game facing up, right? Pockets. All of this. Look, peep it again. Triple threat game. I'm telling y'all, if y'all learn the triple threat game, you're really going to become unguardable because you could score without dribbling, which is going to put more weight on your dribble and make you an even better ball handler. I'm telling y'all, look at this pocket. Left hit pocket, right? Low pocket right there. Over the top, he just can't get a hand up. Too quick, bucket, right? Missed the first one off the dribble. Made the second one, no dribble. Now this right here with the zone. Peep this, right? Hey, OKC is in a little bit of a zone, right? Shay's really playing this weak side corner-ish in that range, or unless this is like a 3-2. I think this might be a 3-2 actually, now that I really look at it, right? Look, OKC is in this little like 3-2 zone or whatever it is, right? And so now you got Russ with the ball on this left wing, high left wing towards half court, right? So notice what they're about to do to the zone. I don't really see any teams or schools do this. Screen the inside players of a zone, whether it could be a 3-2 or a 2-3. You screen inside the two players at the top. You now pull the person in the middle, and they have to step up, right? And so in this situation, there is no middle. Russ gets there, boom, foul. Easy way to defeat a zone. Screen the inside. Yo, what's good? Euros, what's good? Also, right here, I just want to peep this right here. It's not PG related. But also I want y'all to understand this too, right? When it comes down to misdirections and why, also how you could read a misdirection. Now, I got to go back. I'm sorry. I forgot to say one thing when it came down to this play, right? When it comes down to misdirections as a whole, right? Let me go back. Boom, I got to go 0.33 again, right? When it comes down to guarding misdirections, understand this. When that step is taken and that ball is on the other side, the player's going to go where the ball is and not where the foot is, right? So now it makes this read for PG as a defender even easier, right? On top of the fact of his movement like I showed before, right? And so now let me go back to where we were. Get as close to that as I can. Boom. 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 Here it is. Nope. Boom. Hold on. Here it is. Boom. There it is. Now look at this play. Right? Look. Peep this misdirection by Shay. Now this is in transition, which is a little tougher to guard as a player going back, but understand this. He now sees that step, jumps out on that step, and he hops up on that step. Right? Really understand, right? Look, because now Coffee's here, he's backpedaling, and he has to make the read when Shea gets into this misdirection. Ball's in his left side, right foot steps, and then Coffee hops out to the way he stepped. He didn't move in steps, he hopped out, right? So now Shea has a lane to get himself downhill into the rim, get that foul. So just the thing with misdirections. Like, the key ultimately is not to hop out on that step, nor to jump out on the ball, but more so keep yourself set and just stay in front instead of trying to jump out and beat somebody somewhere. Because if you try to jump out to the ball, that's when they get into those counters, right? Misdirection, or boom, that step misdirection, tween or cross tween, like one of them type of counters. Can he cross over when he hops and predicts it? What you mean? Like when he hops and predicts it? I mean, he can. If you're talking in this situation, like he predicts this, that's all I'm saying though. Like, you don't try to jump out and take it away. You play spots. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people try to jump and beat him at the spot up high, right? For example, if this occurs, instead of him jumping out this way, he jumps out this way when he sees that step, then he could go and cross the other way. But you don't jump out there, you beat him to a spot, because that misdirection is going to take him downhill, right? You don't, Shea, Ja, also, they're not misdirecting into a pull-up, right? That's some like CJ McCollum-ish right there. You know what I'm saying? And also on top of that, you may not be as scared because he may not be as quick going downhill, right? So like, just seeing the Shea, seeing the Ja, they're not going to misdirect, bomb, as he pull. That's not in their bag. It's a misdirection and to another move to try to get themselves downhill. And in Shea's case, he may get to midi, bump off, step back, something of that nature, right? So don't hop out to either one. Keep playing spots, like kind of how PG did in that first one I was showing. Do you have any tips or plan on making a video on how to use your shoulders effectively? It's not necessarily about using your shoulders. It's about learning how to use your body and throw your weight in certain directions. So if you want to get better at throwing your weight and learning how to use your entire body, use your frame, go do random activities, do random sports, go do jiu-jitsu, right? Do like jiu-jitsu, do wrestling, do soccer, play football, right? So you can learn how to throw your weight in various directions. It's not a single joint or muscle issue, right? Like you just, the shoulder right here alone. The issue when it comes down to that is your nervous system and like your body in its entirety. Because when you hit somebody with your shoulder, it's not just your shoulder. You're going like this, right? It's not like we sitting here, right? When it comes down, it's not like you just, that's my shoulder, right? But when you want to hit somebody with your shoulder, you got to do things from your left leg, your core, your entire body, your frame, ball placement, all these little things. So it's a full body thing and not just a shoulder thing. Like we could do this shit all day, but that's just one part of it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's good, Clem? What's good? What do you mean by beat them to the spot? Isn't that going in front of them? Yeah, it's going in front of them, but not exactly like right here. Like, you know they're gonna get downhill, for example, right? I may have to go back to this PT 155. Look, this is what I mean by beating to a spot. Look, or he kind of got stood up in this situation, but is the first one I showed beating to the spot? I think the first clip. Hold on, let me see this. I think this one might be a little better. This is beating to a spot. This is beating to a spot. That's what a beating to a spot is, right? Not trying to take away their lane, but just staying in front, right? It's a big difference because when you try to jump out and hop out, like say right here, he tries to hop out and take a cross step, for example, instead of opening up the hips and being able to slide and just stay in front, then that's when Shea's going to be able to see another angle going the other way. And he may spin, he may behind the back, right? He's going to do something to try to change direction because you opened up another gap going the other way. So it's it's almost the same thing, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? One of them is going to give something else up. The other one's going to allow you to stay in front. And also got something else to say when it comes down to beating to spots and like movement and mobility, kind of like we're getting at a little bit before. And so that's going to be another gem. In terms of the offensive side as well, though. You got any tips for jumping higher with the ball? Because I just lose a vert with the ball, obviously. Don't jump all the time without a basketball. Learn, just jump with a basketball. And also, as simple as this, right? Go watch Ja dunk with the basketball. Go watch some of the best dunkers jump with the basketball and copy their same movement. That's the best thing you could possibly do. That's the gem of the stream, really, right? Go watch the players who dunk really good with the basketball, who are good in-game dunkers, and see how the ball looks like when they get into certain gathers. When they go right, left, when they go left, right, when they go right, left, right hand, right, left hand, left, right hand, left, hand, left, right, two hands, right, left, two hands. You know what I'm saying? Right, one hand, like right, left, right, left. Like, see how the ball moves and the different ways you could use the ball for momentum. That's the key when it comes down to being a good in-game dunker. And when I drop my program, it's not for y'all to, let's see who we can get the highest on the little pull reach thing, right? Who can get the highest right here? You can get that shit naturally. It's about becoming an in-game dunker, right? How could you actually use your bounce effectively to not even just dunk, but also to finish, right? It's teaching a lot of 2-foot stuff, 2-foot mechanics, 2-foot control, right? Strength training, mobility, range of motion, all the little things. And at the same time, you're going to get faster, you're going to get quicker. So that's also another thing when it comes down to it. That's how I approached it. Because what I did, I changed my anatomy. I changed my muscle composition so that I could be better at jumping, and not just jumping, but even quicker, even faster. And that's what a lot of things don't do. Or a lot of programs you'll see. Like, I'll tell y'all this right now, right? I study jumping, and I study the physiological portion of this stuff down to like the actual science of it, right? And you'll see a lot of people say, do cleans, do like get a max squat, get a max deadlift, right? They'll have you do a lot of things for strength or do a lot of things for force, but not teach you how to gain power, right? There's a difference between force and power. So when you see somebody doing some Olympic lifts and shit like that, I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna work. Down to the actual muscle and the cells that you're developing, the muscle fibers, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna say that. All I'm gonna say for that is right there. Anything more I'm gonna elaborate upon that, it's gonna be in the membership tab. So those are some gems as to which I'm really I'm really sharpening it up and keeping it in the toolbox. For once this shit do drop, shit gonna be elite. But if you want to get a membership, make sure you go to Safari or something of that nature, because YouTube don't allow you to join the membership. And so either go to Safari or go to a desktop browser or some shit like that, and then you'll be able to join. So that's where I'm going to be putting some of the gems in terms of all that stuff. So peep this right here, PG. That crossover. I don't think that crossover is a very, very overlooked crossover. Very overlooked. Oh, we already at 0.5. This shit's already slow enough. But peep though, right? Look. We know PG about 6'8", 6'9", right? But his ability to get low, probably because he just trains low, allows him to play smooth, right? Understand this, right? Look at this crossover. Boom, cross. At a 6'9" frame, getting that low with that cross, like, you got to really see how low this cross gets. Let me see if I can get to the lowest point, right? When he lets it go. Down right here at 6'9", that's a tough thing to do, right? That's a very tough thing to do. And now also right there, I also want y'all to I want to show y'all another thing, right? Something that y'all got to train on, something you got to work on, right? So, look, as a ball handler, right? When you get into these situations where you want to size up, understand how your frame looks like. PG's frame, his chest is collapsed, but his eyes are looking down, right? And so after he hits this cross, his chest goes from being down, right, to now being upright. That's why it's so important to train your back for posture, one, and then train your core and your back at the same time for that transverse rotational strength. Boom, 2 gems right there. I guarantee you that shit's gonna change your whole game. Now, a lot of people talk about that shit, but I gotta tell y'all the gems, right? So understand that shift in this frame, right? Just really understand that. That's why it's so important. It's extremely important. This is something I really just got hip to, right? That back is really collapsed. He's not the best posture, but he's going from down here with that chest down in a sense, and then boom, he's getting back up. Good posture, rotation. You know what I'm saying? That shift right there, going from here to here, that core, that back, that posture, vital, right? And so now that allows PG to be able to get into a lane, get his angle, draw and help, kick to the shooter in the corner, boom, That's a bucket. And now I want y'all to understand this. This is about rhythm right here. This is about rhythm. So to this point, I've shown what PG scored 1 bucket, right? He's go 1 bucket, made no dribble, another bucket, missed off the dribble, right? So peep this, right? Look, understand how PG's about to build his rhythm, right? Shot goes up, boom. This one he misses off the catch, but look at this next 3, right? Boom, gets here off this pin down, getting to work with Jalen Williams. Boom, crossover. He's trying to cook. This is off the dribble too. What? Brick, right? Look at this next one. Pull up off the dribble again. Notice, right? Shot goes up. Guess what? Brick, right? And now, look at this next one, right? Catch, boom, Shea off the dribble. Euro, little veer off the glass. Don't touch nothing except for the glass, right? But notice how he's going to be able to break that rhythm, right? To be able to get his rhythm, right? Notice what he's going to shoot now, right? Boom, shot from the corner, no dribble, off the catch. Guess what? Bucket. And now look at these next 3 buckets after this too. They're going to be split apart, but remember that whole little sequence right there. Remember this little sequence. And so right here, once again, look, notice this off arm right there. Off arm occurring once again. Now Shea mad. He's like, bro, you pulling my arm. And PG grabbing at the same time. But this is going to be a little chess match right here with PG and Shea. Look. Shea low-key may have got the best over the next plays because notice this off arm, right? Engages, PG gets his hand on, then boom, PG really grabbing on that so he don't fall back when Shea try to go into his attack or try to get into a pullback, right? Hold on. Looks at the ref, little upset. Now he, boom, gets left. And notice what Shea's going to do, right? This is chess, man, not checkers. Got him. As soon as he got that arm right back onto his body, straight up, got that foul. They be playing chess. And now right here too. This action with OKC is super tough to guard. With Isaiah Joe, this is so tough to guard because understand, right? You know he is a shooter, right? And you don't know where the screen is coming from. Is it coming from my left side or my right side? But it's really more so a back screen, right? So in this situation, right, Terrence Mann's talking to PG, oh, behind you. He don't know where to go as a defender guarding the ball. So what's going to end up occurring is that PG has now shifted his frame to anticipate a screen going to his left side. Right? And in doing so, you end up giving Shea a lane to now have space and get to his spot. And now at this point, Shea likes this shot instead of throwing it back to Isaiah Joe. Ain't no problem with it. You just got to make sure you knock it down, you trust yourself. So he really had 2 options from that one action. That shit is so tough to guard. And right here too. This is another gem. This is the one I was telling you about with defensive movement. It was more so Shea got the best. He got the best of this one, of course, like you see right there. He missed it, but understand this, right? If you get a defender to move in this pattern, you gonna cross him, right? Look, I may even slow this down. I gotta go 0.5. This is really a gem. Because understand, right? Look, if you get a defender to move in this exact pattern right here, like PG's about to, you'll cross him. Watch. Look, first. Oh, flip of the base, right? Open the base, get into that sprint. That's the first one, right? Then cross step, right? That's really the first one right there, that cross step. Both of those two are really mixing together, right? So peep, right? Boom, flip of the base, and then most importantly now, cross step. Now after you get into that cross step, they understand you have a lane going downhill. So if you're a ball handler, you go down, right? What are they going to do as a defensive player? Flip again, and then notice the hip. Open hip. At this point, they cannot recover because it's going to take 3 steps for them to get back to you, right? And so if you're in this situation making a read and you get to a stop, they're going to have to 1, 2, get all the way down, and now you're, boom, already get in there, right? If they sold on that drive, if they're trying to beat you to that spot after they hit that cross step and then they have to flip, they cooked. They cooked. Now Shea gets right there, boom, shot. Luckily, he missed that shit. Luckily. And now right here, going right back to what I was saying. Understand the rhythm. Hey, understand the rhythm. Look, remember the rhythm I was telling y'all about? Look, PG, remember the last shot? Now he gets this one, off the catch, no dribble, shot goes up, bucket. I'm telling y'all, look, now Boom, post up with Shea, throw it over the top, catch, turn, face, shot, no dribble. Guess what? Bucket. I'm trying to tell y'all, how do you build your rhythm? What do I need to do? I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to show y'all the rhythm. I'm trying to show y'all the ways. Hold on, this is an ISO. I'm pretty sure this is an ISO. Now he could get to his bag. Now he can get to work. This one is super timely though. This one is super timely, right? So look, after those 3 shots, right, off the dribble, or no, off the catch, my bad, off those 3 shots off the catch, right? Or actually, I want to talk about this first play, right? I want to talk about the start of this play. I forgot about this too, right? Look, they're about to get into a Spain pick and roll, right? Chet, active off-ball defender. So he's turning and not allowing PG to screen him, right? Like he did on that first play, because the first play, he was just stationary. He wasn't aware of it, right? So now Chet just drops back. He can't get screened, right? So now, boom. At this point, it's like, all right, that first action didn't work. Now let's give it to PG, right? And now when players get into attacks, you got to understand what they're reading, right? PG gets his head up, scans the floor, sees Mason Plumlee about to set this back screen on Josh Giddey, and now he goes left. Why? Because now Josh Giddey is no longer a help defender at this elbow where PG now goes. So now what is he able to do? Boom, quick little hot back, step back, bucket. He understands what's occurring, and then by just scanning the floor, understand what's going on, they make these reads like that, and then they go, right? And they understand this from watching the film, and then after watching the film, they go back and play and apply all the shit that they learned. So y'all gotta understand, take even the shit I'm saying now, take the shit that you see yourself when you watch film, and make sure you go back and you apply it. And now right here too though. Shea was fighting it down here in the post. Look at PG. Tell him to throw the ball to that side because he wants to get this entry with Shea, right? Shea, he fighting. He trying his hardest, right? PG, he working too though. A little bit of some physicality, right? But now at this point, after he hit those shots, those 3 shots off the catch, the one where he just got straight to a spot, he's able to now be able to get here, right? And even though you have an open Terrence Mann right here, he's in a flow. He can make any shot. He thinks any shot I take, I can make that motherfucker because I built my rhythm properly. So now, I ain't passing that up to you. Float through the lane, bucket. That's when this is the type of time as to which you could be able to get into your bag. And don't think I could be able to take tough shots like this the entire way through, right? Because understand at times you're hot and it could be sporadic, right? You may be extremely hot right here, but then you may get back down to neutral. And that's where you once again gotta be level-headed. Right, not take no crazy shots. Right, don't take no shots as if you're already hot, or don't take no shots or take no shots at all and just be super passive. You got to find that middle ground, be neutral. And right here with PG, peep this though, right? A lot of y'all forget this as a defender, that if y'all just give a little more effort, I promise, right? Just a little more effort, you'll be able to get these type of calls, right? If you just fight just a little bit longer, but y'all see something happen and then you just give up immediately. Gotta understand, because once Jalen Williams gives us up, boom, PG just steps up. Williams is moving, he just falls on the floor. Ref sees that, they call a foul. Totally, refs be robots. They're just gonna see, if they see something, even though maybe the defensive player, offensive player is selling it more than it is, they're gonna call it. Thank you. No problem. I got more in terms of a different perspective on building rhythm with Ant in the second half of this. So the last like 5 minutes of clips are Ant when he played against Memphis. And now right here too, I want to talk about this. PG once again with this post up, right? Shea's working, right? But you see this pass get thrown out. Shea's all the way out of bounds. And PG doesn't go. Why doesn't he go? Because by the time he caught the ball, he didn't understand how the floor was spaced and set, right? Because, understand, right? Peep, this entire time through, PG's back is to the basket. And now as soon as he gets eyes up, if he decides to go ahead and dribble, he doesn't know where to go, where to attack, and who is where, right? But now just waiting for Shea to get there, he's like, okay, now I know how to attack. I could be strategic now, right? And notice what he's going to do, right? Shea gets a hand up. Let me slow this down. 0.5, right? Let me slow this down, right? Shea hand up right there. He puts a live dribble down, right? Dribble gets down. Shea's hand goes down. Staying here. but also PG is staying low, right? So now, boom, since he stayed low that entire time, he is not able to sell the fact that he knows Shea's hand is right there in this area. So now he just goes straight up. Shea can't take that hand away. Boom, foul. I'm getting to the line. Strategic with it. He's smart with it. And now PG on this weak side. I want to talk about a few components when it comes down to this too, right? So understand what's about to occur, right? This Isaiah Joe screen action, right? And they don't want to switch Harden onto Shea, right? They don't want to switch this. But what ends up happening is Harden has to hedge, but he lets SGA turn that corner. And that's where everything got messed up. So SGA gets into this action over here with Isaiah Joe, this screen and pop situation, right? Harden goes to hedge, and look what PG is going to tell Terrence Mann. Step up high, because a shooter, right? But in this situation with Harden on the hard hedge, if he got past your hedge, and now you're beginning to chase, even though on a hedge you're supposed to go get back, once they gave the ball up, or now you allow them to turn the corner, now you should get back. Harden should be the one to go and get Isaiah Joe, right? Because what this is now going to lead to right here is Terrence Mann has to guard 3 people. He has to take away the short corner, has to take away the corner, and now he's trying to close out over here to the slot. He can't do that, right? And so if this was just James Harden, who in this situation said, all right, he beat my hedge, and instead of trying to just chase SGA, who I'm not even supposed to guard, I'm only supposed to show onto him and get back, Harden takes this away, rotates right back to where he should be, and now, boom, PG rotates back here, Kawhi will be down here, Terrence Mann will be right here, you all set. But the second as to which, understand as a defender, if you as a defender get beat, you now have to go and get back and not try to get to the player that beat you, right? Someone else probably got your help. So once someone else has got your help, you go back and rotate. And so now at this point, puts him at a position where Isaiah Joe shot, bucket. And now right here too, something so subtle, playing off the catch. Something so subtle. Something that's going to allow y'all to be a much better catch and shoot player, right? So look, the reason why some of y'all be ineffective playing off the catch, right, is the way as to which y'all gather and y'all get into y'all base. PG is so effective because he's able to get low while the ball is still trying to get to him, right? And so notice when it comes down to PG, right? Once that ball gets swung over, I may have to even slow this down even more. Got to slow this down even more, right? So look, peep this right here. Boom. Look, pass is getting swung to PG, and look at PG's base. He's completely vertical, right? And so as the ball approaches him, notice what his base is about to do. Look, he just dropped into his base while the ball is still getting to his hands. And so once the ball is here, he's in his base and just going up. A lot of y'all take too long, right, and decide to catch, then get into your base, then go up. But you don't have enough time because, like you can see right here, a hand is there. The hand's going to be there. High school courts are even smaller, so it's going to be even tougher, quicker rotations too. So make sure you make sure that you get into your base. And I'll peep this back door by PG. Low key, he set him up on this. Look, PG set him up on this. He steps up. Look, Wallace steps up. A little bit late though, right? A little bit late. Notice that right there. Look, PG steps up again. Wallace steps up a little bit late again. So now he's in the air off his feet, hopping and beating him to spots and taking away lane. So what does PG now do? Make the back door cut while Wallace is still in the air trying to get recalibrated to beat him. But now at this point, PG already got a lane. And notice that contact right there on that lane, most importantly, right? Peep this replay, right? Because once he beats Wallace, he's outside the paint with it, right? He's at the block with it. Some of y'all just decide to go up and be quick with it, be like, oh, I'm going to get blocked. And y'all be scared of this right here. Contact. But understand, if you make contact, you'll be able to eliminate the shot blocker. But since y'all body's not prepared, since you didn't prepare your bodies for the contact, you don't do it. And now it's only been a detriment to your game. And now you can't get twos like this and ones like this. A little too slow. Let's get back to it. All right, boom, peep this. Right here, though, right? Look, Harden in transition. He got it. Plumlee running the rim, right? And so as an off-ball player, you got to understand when it's your time to cook or when it's your time not to cook. PG understands, oh, I know Harden likes to cook when he got room at this top in the situation. Defense still getting back, not set. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna cut through, right? And understand what Harden's about to do as soon as PG cuts, right? Jab to that right side. That whole time, Jalen Williams was guarding James to his left or to his right, setting James to his right hand. But that jab right there makes him hop out to that right side and now take away his discipline as a defender. So now what can Harden do? Get into my size up, and now I could get left. Boom, now I get left. Boom, Plumlee points up, lob pass, easy dime. And then quick little thing for some dunkers. For some of y'all who be dunking, look, this for y'all who be dunking. Understand this. So peep, right? This for all those who be dunking. So look at Jalen Williams' hand. Please don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to get called for a foul. Because understand this, right? If you bring this arm to someone's body, right? That's dummy blurry. But if you bring that arm to their body, right? You're going to get called for the foul. But what they're actually trying to block, though, is with their hand, right? So just understand that. So instead, when you go up, don't try to bring your arm here. Bring your arm to what's actually trying to block the person up top, what's trying to block you up top. That other angle is low-key a little better. This shit is stupid blurry, but I'm trying to get the best frame I can. But look, right? Instead of bringing that arm to the body, bring that arm to the hand, because that hand is what's trying to block your dunk attempt instead of the body in itself. The body is going to be a foul. But if you bring that to the hand, like you see Bron be doing when he be getting off one, good luck trying to really block your dunk attempts. And then he ended up overturning that. They called that on Tice initially, but they flipped that. Challenge call right there. But now right here, PG, I want you to peep this. Out the gate, they've ran this action of quite a few times, right? This is maybe like the third, fourth time they ran this action for PG. Now they're doing it from the left side. He catches, boom, Wiggins is able to chase over the top, get good positioning, right? So now at this point, right, he gets off the screen, and now you got to read this help, and you also got to read this roll. And now since this whole right side is overloaded, PG's gets here, makes this change of pace, right? Slows down, gets this little skip, sees he don't got nothing, right? And so at this point in time, understand his angles when he gets into his drive right now. Since he got no passing, right? He got some space over here on his left side. Understand his shoulder, most importantly. He drops that and gets through Wiggins' hip. I don't know if you've seen that, right? I don't know if you've seen that entirely. 0.5, got to go 0.5 with it. Look, drops, gets through that hip. And by getting through that hip right there and then, he forces Wiggins to now break his entire base as a defensive player. And now when you try to go and contest this pull-up, you're going backwards and I'm already going up in the air. I don't see you. This is too quick, right? So them angles be vital. And now, boom, hold on. This is tough. That movement was tough. He missed this, right? But it was a pace that low-key stood out to me. I was like, oh, that's tough right there. Also, let me turn this down. Go back. Boom, right there. But peep this. Right. Let me go back one more time. Boom, 0.67. All right, boom, look. A lot of y'all, when y'all do y'all dribbling drills, when you think of pace, what y'all always think of is, let me do the first move quick and the second move, or no, let me do the first move slow, then the second one quick, right? But in this situation, PG, that first one was quick and that second one was slowed, right? Just understand that little pace to it, because that's what allowed him to read. Because once he gets this right here with Lou Dort, the drive don't work, boom, dead dribble, tween, quick tween, then slow back on that next tween. Y'all don't understand, like if I'm gonna hit a double move, I could change the pace, I could flip it on itself. And by changing the pace of that second one, that gives me time to read and see what I should get into next. You know what I'm saying? It gives you another chance to reassess the situation at hand. So then boom, little step back. He misses that one there though, but he gonna cook Lou Dort or some shit a little later. Just stay tuned, stay tuned. And now right here, PG. Peep this too. Y'all need to understand this too, right? Look, watch PG, right? Y'all gotta understand. Sometimes you're not meant to be the chef. You're not meant to be the person to cook the meals, put the ingredients in the pot, in the stove, in the oven, and everything. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and just wait for the food to be done and maybe do something light like set the table, right? So in basketball, right, You're not the person who's going to be hitting all the dribble moves, getting to a lane, doing all the pretty stuff. Sometimes you just got to camp corner and space the floor out so somebody else could cook, right? And understand, even though you weren't the person cooking, you still could eat, because at the end of the day, you're the one spacing the floor. And now, since you just did what you needed to do, you got the result that you wanted, which really is just a bucket. And now right here, I want you to peep two things, right? The crossover, like I showed you a few possessions ago, right? Or like one of the first plays, right? The crossover, one, and then two, understand Lou Dort's movement, right? Transition, that should be so tough to guard. That shows low-key a travel, but we're going to skip over that because they did not call it. If they ain't call it, it don't count, right? So boom, peep, right? Understand PG frame, about 6'9". Crossovers like this, to get to that level is tough, right? But also understand Lou Dort and why that crossover even worked and why he looking like this in the air. Look, peep this though, right? Because when you're going backwards, you have no idea of how your help is stacked up because everyone is still getting back on defense, right? And so at this point in time, when PG begins to load up that ball right in his hand, let it spin for a second, right? What's going to end up happening? Lou Dort is also going to follow that with his body and try to take that away and jump out on it. So boom, crossover. I get left, get past you, get past that hip. Low-key travel. Nobody said a thing, nor did they call it. Yo, what's good? What's good, Satro? We low-key, we barely even halfway through this joint. I ain't gonna lie. we hardly even halfway through. We got Ant too. We got Anthony Edwards breakdown too. By the way, make sure y'all all subbed up, by the way, because if everybody watched my video subbed, I would have already been at 15K and done an IRL breakdown. So I'm just waiting on y'all. What counter move can I use with this? Which one? You talking about the cross? You talking about the cross, or you talking about the other joint right before that? You talking or the tween? Oh, you talking about the cross? It's got to be the cross, right? Yo, what's good, Fabio? What's good? Yeah, the cross. I mean, the cross is a go move. So essentially, it's just what would be a counter to it. Essentially, if you get here, it just really depends on how the defender reacts, and that's why I don't necessarily condense myself to think, all right, when I go and work out and I'm trying to get into trying to add a move per se, I always have a time where I'll use a move, and then the way I counter it, I'll freestyle my counters, right? So like I could tell you so many things you could do right here. Like I could probably name off top, right? Y'all be trying to learn a move like this and think, how should I counter? But there's so many counters that you can't learn all of them. All you could be able to do is teach yourself how to move, right? So for example, you could get to this cross, and then you could be able to get that left foot in front, snatch back. You get into a boom, pound, boom, dead dribble, sidestep, boom, dead dribble, tween going the other way, boom, dead dribble, hezzy, boom, dead dribble, spin, boom, snatch, spin, or like boom, another tween right off of this. When you take this left, like there's so many things I'm thinking right now. My brain can't even speak as to how many moves I'm thinking at this point in time. Just how a defender would guard in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So like it's important that if you're learning one move, of course you would want to get the basic counters on it, right? Just the ones that will guard, say, the 2 to 3 different styles. But for the most part, allow yourself to get free sometimes. Teach yourself how to move. That's a beautiful hoodie, my guy. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Some people was hating. Some people was hating on this, bro. Some people was hating on this. I said what's good, Fabio. I said what's good. I didn't say that. I thought I already said it. You said pound dribble. There's so many things you could do. But like I was saying, get freestyle. But so many people was hating on this shit when I started streaming. I was like, bro, take that shit off. I'm like, bro, just a hoodie, bro. It's a little slam hoodie, bro. Come on, man. Don't hate, bro. I appreciate. PG was mad they didn't call that shit, but that shit was a travel. That shit was a travel. So that shit was damn near a travel right there and then. But look, peep this. DPOY. Hold on, I've been playing pickup every Wednesday, and I caught myself not playing as I should. What you mean not playing? Oh, like not playing like you, like playing out of character type shit. That's what you mean. But also peep this though, right? PG gives that up, backscreen by James, backscreen ish. PG's able to get underneath Lou Dort, who's top guarding him, right? They did not anticipate this pass going over the top. But understand PG's eyes and what he looks at as soon as he catches. Looks at the help. Understands, oh, I don't got this layup. But Lou Dort in this situation, he's like, oh, shit, he got to the rim. He seen him stop for a second, seen a turn, jumped. When a defender's in this situation, right, and Lou Dort's situation, you got to understand how manipulative and how instinctive they play. Because once they see you get in a vulnerable spot like this to score, what they're going to end up doing a lot of times is that it bypasses all conscious play, and now they just play off instinct, right? So the second they even see something, they're just so ready to go. Boom, he jumps, finds the body, and one. And that's something hard to get over at all. Like the whole skill in itself, eliminating that instinct, is tough. It's one of the toughest things to stop. I've been working pretty well. It's not translating. I don't know why. I think it's confidence. You got any tips? I mean, for me at least, what gave me confidence to be able to play in games was understanding the offense and then doing the exact shit that I knew I was going to end up doing in the game in my workouts. And just doing that, like doing it religiously in my workouts. So like I'm not trying to go out there and do something as to which I want to get. I do something I know I'm going to get. I know I'm going to get transition threes, right? Running my lanes in the corner, running the wings. I know I'm going to get that. I know I'm going to be able to have some opportunities for some triple threat shots. I know I'm going to get my curls. I know I'm going to get my slow stepping curls off handoffs, right? I know I'm going to have those looks, right? And then anything outside of that, like I told y'all, I ain't do nothing else but shoot when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I knew exactly what I was going to get. Drill that shit, right? Don't matter if I had a shooting machine, had no shooting machine by myself. Don't matter. I was working on that same shit. So me personally, just understanding what I'm going to get and understanding I have a role on the floor. And I feel as though a lot of players prepare for too much shit they're not going to do. So you're going to work on shit, but then you get in the game, you're going to do one thing, but you never worked on that because you're worried about so much other stuff, right? Because there's the amount of things you can do on a basketball floor is infinite, right? It's infinite. But if you decide to try and work on everything and think this is how I'll prepare for the game, I'll be prepared for anything, and not understand that I have a role on my team and there's going to be certain spots I'm in and certain things I'm going to do and certain things I'm not going to do, right? Once you understand that, it'll filter out all the bullshit that you're working on. It'll filter out all the bullshit. And so just look at the plays that you run most. Where are you on in these plays? All right, I may be the point guard or I may be the two, right? Even at times I may be the three, but I can even play the three or the four in a set because if I want to even be able to maximize the set, I must know that set like the back of my hand. I must know that set that well, right? Because if I'm a point guard and I'm running a play, I got to know where everybody needs to be because sometimes those players don't know where they need to be. And just by me knowing where everybody needs to be, I could tell people where they need to be. And so like I know what gaps to look for. I know where to attack, right? And if you don't know each position and what they're doing, you don't know what gaps and holes and opportunities there will be within that play, right? So like y'all really got to take y'all playbook serious. Y'all really got to take it serious. I'm dedicating a lot to my individual workouts and weight room, but 505 is not translating. Individual work while you need 5-on-5 improvement is a tough thing to do. For me personally, at least when it comes down to that aspect, what allowed me to translate individual work to the in-game shit was mentally. Like when you do an individual workout, like you're not just there and it's you and nobody on the floor. Like you're literally thinking about the type of defenders that you see. Like for me, what I'll do is I'll do an individual workout. I may get my reps up, then I may have a portion where it's all game speed. Like I may have an actual defender, and I would feel that defender in front of me. Like I understand how they guard. I understand how when they guard, how it made me feel, and what opportunities I'll have according to what they do. Right? Basketball is a game of feel and of energy, really. A lot of people don't really talk about that because like just this whole generation, this whole world is out of tune essentially with anything that has to do with energy and spirituality. Right? Everybody's just out of tune with that. But when you actually step on the floor, when you get in these situations, there's things as to what you just cannot describe. Like it's just an energy, it's a feeling. It's almost like when you walk into a room and there's a vibe, right? Be like, oh, the vibe here is off, right? It'd be the same thing. It's a similar thing, right? It's the same topic and the same type of energy in a sense, right? When it comes down to basketball and you got a defender in front of you, you get a feel of what you have and what you don't have. And you can't really describe it a lot of times, right? But I could tell you how they bid on a certain move, or I could tell you what allowed them to do a certain thing at this point in time and what kind of guided that feel. and I'm trying to conceptualize and make some of those things as conscious as I can. But there's a level to it as to which you can't be able to describe. And so if you could carry that energy within the individual workouts, you could be able to translate that. Which is why someone like Kobe and Jordan in a gym for hours and hours and hours didn't do no pickup. They understood how it felt to go against a certain defender, how they're gonna play with their hands, how low they're gonna play, how they're gonna contest, and they just thought about all those defenders. They literally pulled them back from their memory, brought them into that present moment. It was like, oh, I remember how he feels at this point in time. Now I'm gonna use this move so I can hit this fade over this defender, right? And of course you can't prepare for every single one, but once you are able to have a good variety and understanding of it entirely, once you get into the game, you'll be able to actually capitalize on those situations. So, yo, what's good? What's good, J3? What's good? What's good? Where you from? Do you hoop? And what's your game like? I can't do my moves in game. Probably not working on in-game moves. A lot of the moves you need in game are probably going to be a lot simpler than you think. Probably going to be a lot simpler than you think. And like I said, it has to be methodical. It has to be strategic, with you understanding what type of moves are going to work and what isn't going to work. And so a lot of the times it's usually us getting in our own way of thinking that we need to do more than what we should. You think that you need to do a dead dribble and then a double tween into a cross, but in reality you just need to slow your pace down and then hit a drop cross. That's all you need to do. Or just hit a boom split lunge attack. Like, it literally be that simple. But we get in our own way of overthinking and thinking of situations of shit that we will just never be in, right? And if you ever do end up being in a situation where that move is called upon, if you build up the fundamentals, those moves will chain together and string together. It's like so easy, right? But y'all don't understand that portion of it as well. So I'll just tell you this: keep shit as condensed and simple as you can. Watch Dame. Watch how simple his shit is, right? How simple his moves, how his goals are. And then see, all right, boom, he ends up getting to his bag, but he did this 3-move combo or this crazy move after he made 5, 6, 7 shots in a row. That was just basic. Off a screen, dribble pull up shot. Boom, tween, go, got to the rim, foul. Then boom, hit a little heavy step, blow by, right there, lay. Then boom, pin down, curl, pump fake, foul. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does that basic stuff. Then you see him hit the boom, double tween, pound side step, that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like mentalization, essentially like visualization. It's mental, visual in a sense. It's like, it's a whole little thing as to which I got better at by meditating. I was able to get more in tune with energy and just being more in tune with energy, not just within myself, but just in environments, like in those little situations, like in sports and when you're competing. I got more in tune with that just by meditating and gaining more of a spiritual intelligence. So I think the moves are important, but what is more important is the angles when you attack, and PG is the perfect example of how to attack with good angles. Angles is vital. Some players, at least for me at times, is natural, and I'm able to use it to my own way, but some people you need to make a little more conscious. But ultimately, I feel as though if you train footwork, you don't really got to worry too much about angles. The only thing that players may shy away from may be like the shoulder and little things like that, but that's a whole body issue. But if you train feet and you have good footwork, your feet are going to lead you to where you need to be. And so now once you want to get somewhere, you're going to go straight there. You're not going to waste no time and no movement. So what do you think about affirmations? I'm starting to set my defender up. I mean, if you're trying, like, I'm going to keep it a bean. If you're just trying to tell yourself affirmations without having no work to for yourself to believe in those affirmations, it's not going to work. You can't just sit here and say and look at the work that you've done and it's not translating and it's really not working, and then try to affirm yourself into your way of thinking it's working. Because that at that point, what's the word for it? At that point, like, you're crazy in a sense. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you're like a lunatic. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you gotta make sure that there's validity in those affirmations by the work that you put in. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta actually put work in that's effective, that you could trust, that you could actually do, that will then translate. And then once you see the work that translates, right? Once you begin to work on the right shit, then it's like, oh, if I ever begin to question myself, I'm like, oh, I look back, I'm like, oh, that's what I don't need a question. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Once you get really in tune with yourself, you'll never question self. You know what I'm saying? People will question you, but you won't question yourself. So, if you're saying you're struggling to set up your defender, I don't even think you need to set up defenders at time. I mean, if it's a ball screen or an action, that's one thing. You could get a lot of reps in, just dribble. Like me personally, I would just say there's a point and there's an extent as to where mentally is the only block, and I can't tell you, oh, stop doing this and stop doing that or anything like any specific things to be able to get past the defender. Yeah, you need to exercise some motions or what do you do with resistance bands in the Discord? Oh, you talking about the PJF resistance band? You talk about that one? Some workouts on that. I've got quite a few. I ain't gonna lie. And low-key, we only halfway through this joint. We got Anthony Edwards and a few more clips. A few more clips. We got to get Anthony Edwards. So let me get some water. Whatchamacallit? You said in the Discord, yeah, I'll try to. Like I said before, I've been experimenting with shit, so it's been tough to record like workouts and get them posted. But once there's gonna be a day where I just say, fuck it, I'm gonna record it all and just get them out. What do you think is the right way to watch film? Watch what a player is seeing and not what they're doing. So then you could be able to understand why they made the move they made. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first step. Look at what a player is seeing and not what they're doing. A lot of players just look at what the moves a player does and doesn't understand that basketball has 9 other variables on the floor that you got to be able to read and understand, right? And some that you could X out at times. There's certain things you don't really got to read every single time, but a couple things you just got to be able to understand. So there's 9 other variables. So they could all change the entire course of a play. So if you don't understand how they're looking and what the type of shit they're seeing, good luck getting results. But boom, let's get back to this though. I think I got like a few more clips right here. Nah, this one's like boxing. This one's like they boxing. They boxing and they in the pocket with it. They in the pocket with it. Look. Hey, look. At times like this, I like to compare basketball to boxing, right? Because once you get here, once you get down, it's like you in a pocket, right? You right there, you know what I'm saying? You trying to get your little shots and you trying to see the gaps that you got. And in basketball, one of the most important things when you play in this pocket is how there's a little details, right? It's the tiny details that matter when you play in this pocket. And so this off arm is going to be vital, right? Because you see PG's base, he's going to drop his base, but look at where the left arm is about to do. That left arm is going to lead so that it's shifting his entire frame in that direction, right? For that split second, right? Because when you see that in real time as a defender, you're like, oh, you really think they're going to go that way. But in reality, they not, right? And so it's all the little things as to which once you get in the pocket, you just want to make them bite on one little thing, one little move. Another great player in these situations is Jason Tatum. But now ultimately, boom, Lou Dort jumps out, PG little step back, right over the top, quick pull over. Knockdown. I've been watching Jewel Guy D1 guys, but I feel I could do the same thing. But when the game is up, my attitude drops. Which like your attitude in terms like you sad and whatnot, like not sad, but like you lose confidence and then you get angry, you get frustrated type shit. Is that the type of shit you talking about? I think it's escape dribble overpowered. Escape dribble is OD. Like when you understand how to use pace, it's tough. It's really OP. Great stream, bro. Keep it up. Indeed, we live 3 times a week. By the way, it's rare that I stream twice a week, or I don't even remember the last time a week went by I ain't streaming every at least twice a week for the past almost year. We pushing a year. I just realized shit. We about to hit a year streaming. That's crazy, but. Yeah, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if I ever miss a day, it may be Wednesday, but I'm trying not to miss no days no more because I'm locked in. So if I ever do, I'm a double up on the breakdown like I will do today. I've been getting impacted by the mental side of the game. Like getting in your own head type shit. You be getting in your own head. And kind of specify. But here too though. Let me bring that back up right there. I'm telling y'all, this is just something y'all don't even understand that PG do. Playing off the ball, relocating, shaking up, and understand on Lou Dort's part, right? Understand Lou Dort, right? Because pick and roll corners with James Harden, Terrence Mann. But now PG shakes up from that corner. And look at Lou Dort's recovery, right? He thinks PG's still in that corner. So what's going to happen when he recovers? That one step out right there, he realized, oh shit, he's not there no more. And now he's later to get to PG and get a hand up. And so that hand ends up right there. Could have been even better if he knew where he was, but PG shifted up. So he didn't know where he was. That's how you manipulate an off-ball defender. And now right here too. He had a little sequence right here at the end too, right? Fresh off that three, PG, he was excited. He was showboating on that sideline, right? But at this point, Shea read the floor. He's already completed his scan, right? So now he's going to get into his attack, and he doesn't account for the fact that PG is about to go match up with Jalen Williams, right? And so at this point, he's going to go, turn his back, and leave his back turn, not understanding that PG is right there behind him and can be able to get this steal. Had he known he was there, he probably would have turned his back and got faced up, right? But he didn't. Now PG got that steal after he got that three. Now it gets right here, Euro step. Niggas make that shit look so easy. Motherfuckers is 6'8" and shit. Like, boom, right? One. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But now let's get to some Anthony Edwards. When I miss my first shot, game over. If I don't hit the first shots, my game going bad. I mean, that's just mental fortitude. It seems like you haven't put yourself in enough battles and enough wars so that you have that fortitude. Till you miss a shot, on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Why are you so worried and caught up with a result of the past when only thing you have is the present? You got to understand why the present is called the present. It's a present. It's the only gift that you have, right? It's the only thing that you do have. The past no longer exists. You cannot change it, and the future does not exist. A lot of people be anxious about the future and what could happen, but nothing has happened. The only thing that's gonna happen is what you do with your present to then lead yourself to your future. If you give a fuck enough about your future, you're gonna make sure you make the right decisions to put yourself in a position later on, right? It's about your present self, which will then become your past self, giving a fuck enough about your future self. That's gonna allow you to be able to hit that next level. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have that, if you don't have enough care of your present, right? What's going to end up happening is that you're not gonna give a fuck about where you're gonna be in the future. So kind of all that for me to say is that what you got to be able to do is, I heard a story Gilbert Arenas. He had missed 2 free throws going against Cleveland. Could have pushed the series to like a game 6 or some shit, right? Missed the 2 free throws at the end when Brown like said some shit to him, and he missed those 2 free throws. In the summer, he started working with some like drill sergeants and some fucking Navy people in the Navy and the Army just so he could build up the strength of his mind, right? I'm not saying you got to do that, but you got to have those deposits to where you have that strength, right? And one missed shot doesn't define the rest of the shit that's gonna go on. So, if that's facts, I suggest maybe not to let a few possessions define you in your game. Meditating will help you with that. Meditating will help, but at the end of the day, it's a concept that you got to live with. Understanding that all you have is the present. You know what I'm saying? To where what you have done is not going to define necessarily who you are right now and what could occur. You know what I'm saying? Because you have only control of the present. So if you're going to allow something in the past that you no longer have control over, instead of seeing that as an opportunity to learn and get better, and you just see it as something that's going to define you, you're just not going to improve. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to that, you got to build up not just the confidence when it comes down to when you're working out, right? Build up the mental skills that you need so you can be able to perform while you work out, but also just while you go about life. Anything that has occurred, take it as a lesson, right? Take all those losses, take all those misses, and turn it to a lesson to understand why it did occur. Instead of seeing it as, oh, I am this. Oh, I missed the shot, so I suck. Oh, I missed 2 shots, I'm even worse. Oh, I missed 3, oh my gosh, the world's about to fucking blow up. Like, it's not that deep, you know what I'm saying? So if you trust your work also, that shit should not even be in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I missed that one. Oh, I know this next one gonna go in. And understand, everybody misses shots. You miss one, bro, everybody misses shots. You see all the shots people make in highlights, but you don't see the misses. You don't understand that? People in the NBA and go through that throughout their entire career, missing more shots than they do makes. Right? Hold on, I need y'all to understand this. Y'all let one shot get to your head, right? But y'all gotta understand all the people that you idolize. They go their entire careers and their entire lives missing more shots than they do makes, right? And so why are you allowing a miss or a turnover, right, to then define the rest of your game, to define what you are in your present? Take all those misses and all those mistakes and turn them into lessons, and those lessons will become your blessings. And so I don't understand why a lot of y'all get caught up. The only reason why I feel as though a lot of y'all may do, right, is because you just know subconsciously that you haven't put the work in, so you can be able to make that next shot, right? If you trust yourself and trust the work that you put in, you'll know that you can make that next shot. But some of y'all don't put enough work in so that you can trust, oh, that next one's going to go in. And then have that irrational confidence and also that intelligence to where you're not just taking a bunch of bullshit shots and you're thinking everything I put up is going to go in. So make sure that y'all understand what you must do now and sacrifice your present to invest into your future. So discipline or regret, you choose. So that's not the end of the stream though. You saw Gil talking about that. It'd be shit like that. It'd be little things like that, right? And now this breakdown right here, similar concept, but a little different. But there's a lot of gems in here. I really had to peep this game, right? And this one right here is about building rhythm. How do you build your rhythm so then you could be able to, or how do you overcome a slow start, right? This is low-key has something to do with even with what's going on with, say, Fabio slightly in the situation. Not just missing one shot per se, but just in general as a team, right? Just being a part of the team, right? So understand this. This is I want you to understand this first quarter. Sound like it was ending the stream. So I ain't ending the stream yet. Just had to drop that gem right at the end of that sentence. Let me get to the start of this clip. Boom, I get right here. Don't care about stuff that you can't control because you're gonna miss more shots. Turn the ball over. You can't control that stuff. They bound to happen. Exactly. You're bound to make mistakes. You're bound to fuck up. But do you see those mistakes as a loss or do you see it as a lesson? Let me telling y'all, this is one of my favorite things. I like kind of quotes I put together. Like turn your losses to lessons and your lessons to blessings. Because once you understand what you did wrong and what must be learned and what you must do now, then it's gonna become a blessing. You're gonna get blessed with the result of that whole process of that discipline of just learning, of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You can get blessed in time. But this Minnesota game though, let's get to this Minnesota game. Let me get some water. Right, quick. It's quite interesting. It's kind of interesting. They play the Grizzlies. And by the way, no problem, Fabio, no problem. You know where we is in case you got any questions. But look, now in this Grizzlies game, not just Anthony Edwards, the entire Minnesota team had a slow start, right? But I really want to start off with Ant, right? Because this is a common problem, not just in an 82 game season with an NBA players, all players, right? Look, let me go from the start though, right? One of the most common problems between players of all levels is having a slow start to a game. I know what it's like, and you know what it's like too. And not even just from a player perspective, but from a team perspective. So understand the slow start by Minnesota, one of the best teams in the NBA, right? Number 1 in the West, number 2 in the league entirely, going against the Grizzlies without Ja, Bane, Marcus Smart, Derrick Rose, right? Notice Anthony Edwards, his first attack, his first touch. Notice how this going to result, right? He gets into his go move, dribbles off his leg. Hate to see those plays. They happen, right? But those are one of them plays that's just uncharacteristic usually, right? And notice how this adds up, right? Understand the efforts from the team. Notice these drives, right? Tillman, Gobert on them, first straight line drive. That's 9:30 left in the first, right? Gets this pass, Jaren Jackson, behind the back, straight line drive, 3 minutes into the game, right? That's the second one, right? Now let's continue to watch. Now guess what's going to happen? Cat on Jaren Jackson, another one. This is 8:30 left in the first quarter, and this is the third straight line drive in a row. This team has no effort right now. They have no energy. How do you overcome this, right? It's not even just Ant. It's all players. They're all doing uncharacteristic, unhabitual things, right? And so, boom, Cat, offensive foul. You're just trying to do too much and make up for all the bullshit you've been doing, right? And so, boom. Jaden McDaniels, too. Everybody fucking up right now, right? McDaniels, ball slips right out of his hands. You turn the ball over, you make some mistakes, but these things you don't really want to happen, right? This is a slow start. We all been through this. So, boom. Now, Ant finally gets his first touch where he actually is able to do something, right? Let me go back for a second, though, right? Look, now, this bucket, he's about to score right here. This is only 2 points of the half, but this was a smart 2 points, right? Boom, post up, sees Jaren Jackson help, turns his back. Now, boom, knows what's going to happen. Turn away, Jaren Jackson leaves, right? And now he spins right back to get to this other side because Williams can't guard both sides of the rim, right? Smart attack. But notice what's going to keep happening, though, right? You thought I was done. No. You seen Cat fuck up, Ant, Rudy, Daniels. Now Conley's turn. Boom, get backdoored. Easy layup. They all fucking up right now. This is a slow start, lack of energy, right? And so continue to understand what's transpiring, right? Ant, lob pass to Gobert. You throwing lobs to Gobert? You should have known better, according to Donovan Mitchell in Utah, right? Let's keep it pushing, right? This is a very slow start. Ant, his second shot of the game, right? Boom, make that 1 for 2. Miss, right? Swing again, another 3. All right, 1 for 2. Could he hit this? Not today. In and out, miss, right? 1 for 3. Now he has this attack. All right, boom, you get into lane. Nice Euro. That's an easy lay. Guess what? Smoke, right? 1 for 4. That's just the first quarter right now. And so, understand, this is a slow start on all parts. Now, how do you get out of this, right? How do you get out of a situation like this? So, boom, Rudy Gobert right here. Should have been a backdoor, but Rudy Gobert, he's not an offensive-minded player. So, it's these players right here, right, who are able to bring this energy whenever needed, right? Make a nice move, make a few nice plays to get that energy and bring that life back into the team. And Naz Reid did that exactly for Minnesota. We're going to notice what Ant did a little later on. Let's talk about Naz Reid for a second. Boom, transition 3, shot from the corner. You see everybody so excited. Everybody standing up. They getting lit, right? Not just that, boom, you got another bucket. He was 5 for 5 in his first quarter, right? Now you see the energy there, right? They didn't lose complete grasp of the game just because it's one player, right? But now let's really get back to Ant, right? And so in this second quarter, you've seen a lot of this going on. Ant just camping in the corner, just holding space the entire time. He wasn't even getting touches. He was just standing there. And I feel as though that's a mindset thing going to this game. You're like, we're playing the Grizzlies with no Ja, no Desmond Bane, no Marcus Smart, Derrick Rose. All of their guys is gone. They only got Jaren Jackson Jr., right? And so kind of going into this, he was just a little lackadaisical. He was thinking, all right, y'all got this. They sorry. But this is the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Now Rudy Gobert is getting a lot of passes, getting more looks and touches than Ant is at this point in time, right? Shot by Conley goes up. Boom. Misses that one. Ant was just camping on that wing, right? And now go pick and roll again with Gobert. He's getting a lot of passes while Anthony Edwards is just chilling. All because the team isn't good doesn't mean you don't touch the ball. You must continue to get these touches to maintain that gravity that he has, right? And then that's going to open up more things. And so really, it's no nights off. If you decide to take a night off, you'll probably lose, right? And look at Gobert right here. I'm sorry, I got to peep this. Do you know how to sell your drives more? Sell drives has to do, I feel a large portion of it has to do with your levels and how you play. Like the levels is what you're able to play at. And of course I could talk about the off arm, the shoulder angles, and little things like that. But once you're able to get lower, in a sense, it's going to be able to sell the drive and also the pace. If you're able to manipulate pace, you change the pace of the defender, and they're not used to guarding with pace. So they may see some quick moves, some quick step outs, and they'll jump out on a good bit of them. But peep this though, right? Look, hey, Gobert on the miss. Look at this shit by Gobert. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, if this was Draymond Green right here instead of Rudy Gobert, you know what's happening, right? Look at this shit. He just slapped him in the face. He just slapped him in the face. Bro, gang, look at this. Look at this shit. Hold on. Look at this. This shit crazy. Let me put this in a real speed. Look at this shit. Bop. Just smacked him in the face, bro. Come on, man. Draymond Green will be out for the year. He'll be out for the year. He'll be done. He'll be done, bro. They didn't even go and review that shit. They just kept that shit pushing. And they was talking mad shit throughout this game. So no need to review that. Come on, man. He just slapped him. And ball was already in his hands, bro. Now here we go. Did you send film to the coaches? I haven't got the chance to put together another document, like another joint to get sent out. But right here though, right? Let's get right back to Ant. Look, finally in the second quarter, Ant decides to be aggressive. This is his first time he decides to try to get busy, right? But notice what he does. Settle. You got Tillman on you. Now you decide to take a sidestep three from down the middle. Boy, you had no other looks throughout this quarter. Make that 1 for 5 throughout this game. 1 for 5 in the first half. 2 points. Got a deuce. But now, second half has occurred. You go back to the locker room. You look at the tablet. You look at the box score. Our best player is 1 for 5 with 2 points. We got to step the shit up. You got to be aggressive, right? And so to overcome that slow start, you got to begin to get aggressive. But what does aggressive mean, right? It means to do this exactly right here, what you're going to continue to see. Just have the ball in your hand and use your gravity so you can be able to make plays, right? Understand what's going to continue to occur. He's not going to force his hand to take a bunch of jumpers. What he's going to do instead, right, is run these actions, see what's available. Tillman all the way over on this, while he all the way over showing, right? So now Williams recovers. He trusts Cat. He pops. Now, boom, let's let Cat get busy, right? Pump fake right there. Now I could just hold my space. Cat could get to work, right? He's not trying to force his own shots. Just make sure you use your gravity, right? Now, once again, this action right here with Minnesota, they ran this probably about 3-4 times in the first half, and Ant just waved him off because he was getting top guarded. Now in the second half, what is Ant gonna do? Use the exact counter for the top guard, right? Jaren Jackson steps over late. He just goes up, not even close to getting to the rim, but he gets the foul, right? That's being aggressive. Looking for plays to be made within a play. Now right here, pick and roll with Gobert, right? These little things is occurring. Little things is transpiring. Hold on. If you need some background, let me know. All right, yeah, I got you. I'll let you know if I need anything else. Nas Reed been so important this season. Yeah, he been doing his thing coming off the bench because he could shoot and he can still guard someone, protect the rim a little bit. So, like, when he comes and plays for Gobert, it's like, oh, we got another shooter on the floor and someone who could get rebounds, be a little aggressive and whatnot. So, do you have any advice to dunk consistently? I could dunk like once in 20 tries. I mean, you probably just got to get up higher. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Just get up higher. I'm gonna be honest. Just get up higher. How do you get up higher? Train. If I was just gonna start basic, go to the workout section in the Discord, see the structures, see a few of the workouts, start doing those. Make sure you do them also at the ranges, the end ranges that I'm showing. So I would say that the workouts that I even put in there, the ones that are there now, I did that shit for like 3 months straight. I had no real variability in my workouts, and I just progressed through that shit. I'm gonna keep it a bean. And then of course, constant jumping and a mix of plyometrics as well. But plyometrics are something that's very misconstrued oftentimes, and that's probably a topic I'm gonna really talk about in my membership section in terms of how to actually use plyometrics to get yourself bounce. Because a lot of people say, oh, just do this drill. Like, I be seeing so many bullshit workouts, bullshit plyometrics. I'm like, bro, this is not going to get you bounce. It's not going to get you bounce. The invite doesn't work. Hold on. It said it expires in 7 days. All right, I just replaced it. Let me know if that should work. It should work now. I don't know why it wasn't working, but fuck it, just got a new link. All right, works now? Okay. But look, though. Next play, though, right? Next play go around. So, now you just got to pick and roll with Rudy Gobert. Ain't nothing crazy. Also, that's what the play this was. That's what I was going to talk about. Look, you forgot about it for a second, right? So, look. Now another play, pick and roll, Ant being aggressive. He's just getting looks, reading defenses, using his gravity. So gets here, boom, Contra on the help. You got the drop right here. You don't trust Rudy beginning right there, right? Boom. Appreciate that, Fabio. Hey, appreciate that membership, Fabio. Appreciate that membership. I'm about to get a defensive video posted in probably today. I may get a little shorts clip posted in there today. I only got a few things up because I just started posting in there, but I'm gonna get some defensive shit in there as well. Right? I got a little defensive movement flow I'm about to post. So, boom. Let's get to it though, right? So at this point, Ant gets off the screen with Gobert, right? What do I have? Boom, Conchards all the way over on this nail. Then you got Aldama right here, and then you got the defender trailing. I don't trust this pocket, right? I don't trust throwing that pocket to Gobert. So boom, I get here, get a little deep, give it to Conley. Conchard jumps. I relocate, get out. Now boom, show eyes, hesitate for a second. Now I get into the middle, throw that up to Gobert. I don't know how the fuck that got in. He's just making the right play. Actually being aggressive. Aggressive doesn't mean to shoot. Aggressive just means to seek to make plays. And now another pick and roll. It's very similar set, right? And remember the last play when he went right and Conchar was sitting on that nail? Notice this adjustment right here by Ant. This is being a player, being aggressive at the same time as well, right? Since Conchar was on that nail last time, he couldn't get much further right. What he's going to do now is he cuts back to that left. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of snakes this to where he's now getting to this left side where Tillman is not going to help off Cat. So now get into this area, boom, gets that lefty, and one. These in-game adjustments and changes allow him to now get his looks and be able to get these shots off, right? Smart player, right? Very smart player. Now another opportunity right here with Ant, right? Back screen occurs right there by Rudy. Understand what's about to occur once again right here, right? He's going to end up getting left, and Cat once again, my bad, right click. Cat once again sitting right here in this left corner. Is Tillman going to help? No, he is not. So once he gets here, pump fake on Conchar. He don't got help except for Aldama, who's dropping back for Rudy. Boom, get into the body, foul. Let me get my free throws now. This is a smart game, man. This is a smart game. And now on this play, though, you see that Iverson cut? If he just stopped right there for a second, held up Williams Jr., right? Shoulder hand, that's an easy two because even Pete Kennard not focused, right? But he missed that, no problem, right? Gets this catch, and he's going to at least make this read right here with Williams, right? Williams jumps out. Super aggressive defender the entire time. So you see that jump out, he's not able to get a hand on the ball. I go the other way because you're giving me that whole lane, right? And so now I got this whole lane to the left. That little change of pace is extremely vital as well. And so understand the importance of that too, right? Because look at Aldama's movement. I got to slow this down even more. Right? So 0.5 speed. Peep this. As he gets past here and gets into this lane, get this driving angle, look at Aldama's movement, right? He stops. Aldama, watch this. He's dropping back thinking, oh, he's going to go to Gobert because that slowdown makes him think, all right, he could pass that. He understands his looks. But instead, nope, I use that as momentum. Boom, get straight to that left. He ain't no rim protector. Another bucket. He's building, this is how he's building his rhythm. He's not taking no tough shots right now either. A lot of these are just lays and just pull-ups. The tough shot's going to be for later when he is hot and he's got a bunch of these easy looks. Now understand this too. You seen that right there? He sent him through. That's going to make the whole play. That's about to make the whole play. Look, give it up to Conley, sends McDaniels through. And by sending McDaniels through, that sets up everything. Because watch Kennard. He turns his back and begins to chase McDaniels, right? And so you have an empty corner and no weak side defender, help defender, right? And so now he's about to get into this cross screen, you know what I'm saying, right here with Cat. And so he sets this up. Boom. Too slow. Got hit by Cat already. You're not keeping up. Lob pass goes over the top. Kennard just looking. Bomb dunk by Ant. Building rhythm with the easy buckets, right? Making plays within the play, making sure you get everything set before you go so the looks you get are easier. And now another situation right here too. Hold on. Patience. Let me go back one more time. There it is. That ball is in the air for a stupid long time. I don't know if you peeped it. Waiting on the bounce work. I'm gonna get some shit up in there. I'm gonna try to get about 1 to 2 posts in there a week at least. But look, now he's seen all the times Ant has scored, right? Now he's getting this one right here. Screen with Cat. But remember, you don't force your hand when you're trying to continue to build your rhythm, right? And be aggressive. You don't force your own shots. Gets off of this, Tillman on the show. So, right, another screen has, boom, Gobert slips out on this. Doesn't even screen the right person, but forget it, right? So now he's getting downhill. He's not trying to force his own shot. Aldama steps all the way over, cuts off the lane, fakes to that middle, scoops it around to Gobert. Gobert right there, he gets fouled. And now right here, hold on. This is a little sequence. This is a little sequence right here. Hey, look, understand. Before y'all seen that crazy play by Ant, this happened. Kennard hit his about 5th three of the quarter. And look what Ant's about to do. Look over, scratch his motherfucking head. Ah, shit. Motherfucker scratches his head. Ah, damn. I don't know. But, hey, you about to get fried, my boy. Island work. Watch these, right? I tell y'all, if you want to get past bigs, make them move. Make them move. Because once you make a move and you make them break their stance, how hard do you think it is for a player of that size to get recalibrated and get set as a defender? Extremely difficult. They never trained for this, right? They only taught how to play with strength, how to play with size, but not how to be agile. They don't train to do that, right? So at this point in time, he is cooked. He is fried like Popeye's chicken, right? Boom, hits that tween, drops back once again. Boom, pump fake, you're cooked once again. Boom, guess what? Off the glass, and goddamn, motherfucker, 2 hands off the glass. That's tough. That's tough, bro. That shit was crazy when I seen that shit. I was like, bro, this motherfucker really looking like Jordan in this joint. They're really looking like Jordan. Really looking like Jordan. And so this play as well, right? And so you got this double screen occurring with Gobert. He goes to Gobert's side, right? And you remember that one play where he cut back to that left when Cap was sitting in that left corner, right? Remember that play? And so now I feel as though this may be a situation where Gobert and Ant, they're both in sync and understand this action is, and that Gobert could be able to screen the player that's down low so Ant could get a better look, right? May have used that play to that set up a future play, right? So now Ant gets here, cuts down, Gobert hits Jaren Jackson, and gets an easy 2 right there at the rim. That little communication between teammates, whether it was verbal or non-verbal, right? They both matter. So as a ball handler, you need patience, and as a screener, as a roller, you need IQ. And now this one right here too. Peek this. I want y'all to peek one little thing. So boom, peek this. Screen by Rudy Gobert. You already know what you're getting right here. It's gonna be a quick little show over here, right? And so at this point in time, you don't gotta worry about these reads, right? You don't gotta worry about these reads. So just understand that. In this situation, Ant's already seen this coverage 10 times, 15 times already in this game. So why waste your focus thinking about what's going on up here while you have a whole bunch of other shit to read? You got 3 other variables, right? And most specifically, you got this variable right here in Jaren Jackson Jr., right? And so he's reading Jaren Jackson Jr. Nickeil Alexander-Walker filling out to that corner. Jackson, boom, continues to move out. He doesn't tag. Ant, left hand pass over the top, straight to Gobert. Guess what, though? Gobert sells it. he just be selling assists, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be low key a little heated, bro, because that's 1 to 2 assists a game. That shit look a little nice when the media members decide to go and look at the stats and shit. So now Gobert smoked that first one, and then he gets that one. It's like, come on, man, it's tough. And remember that play, by the way. Remember that play. And so look, inbounds play. You gotta understand how defense are guarding certain players in order for you to run certain plays. And so at this point, Mike Conley, David Roddy on him, right? He's staying home. He's staying attached. So when this screen occurs, he's not tagging. And now you'll have a lane to throw this pass to Ant, right? This is how you really run proper plays, right? And even as a defender, you may have to break the coverage and go and tag or something, just so you don't give up an easy layup like this. Now just another easy bucket for Ant. Take over, bro. He's taking over the game with a lot of easy buckets. Y'all got to understand. And so now, right, understand, 3 minutes, up 6, right? What's about to occur? Switch occurs, finally end up getting a switch. All this work it then did, finally stretched the defense out, calmly shuffling down to that corner, open up this wing for me to stretch out this coverage, right? So now I got Tillman on me, right? What I say about bigs, about mismatches, people who are slow, make a move, right? Williams trying to go in double, boom, make it tough. Step back, hit him with a cross, hit him with a step back. He don't got the agility to cover that. Over the top, I don't even see a hand. Bucket. Make a move, bro. I'm telling y'all, make a move. Let me turn that down. Boom. Let's get right back to it. And this one right here. Remember I said the Jaren Jackson play? Look, remember the Jaren Jackson play on the tag on this weak side? Right? Now it's Kennard. Right? Now it's Kennard. He comes off the screen. Kennard's already there to tag. So Ant has already made this read. And as he's stepping over, straight to McDaniels. And even though Memphis would want to live with this, too bad, because even though you live with it, you got burned. And now, right here, this pick and roll, right? I just want to talk about the defense mainly on this, right? When guarding these ball screens, if this defender and this defender are not in sync, meaning they know where they want to send the ball and know exactly what coverage they want, it's going to be extremely tough to guard. Because just look at Williams and Tillman. Where is he? What is he trying to do? If you just looked at him and said, what is he trying to send the ball? I don't know what he's trying to do. What is Tillman trying to do? I don't know. Either one, I don't know. And so the slightest bit of getting hit by a screen and the defensive player not being in the right spot off the screen is going to put you in a position to where you just have no help, right? So boom, Tillman's not there. Williams is already getting blown by. Ant gets to the rim. And that was probably some of the easiest basketball he done played in that second half, and all those simple buckets he got just by simply being aggressive. So if you want to overcome these slow starts when it comes to these games, and if you're just super passive at times or your team lacks energy, make sure that everybody's using their gravity effectively and not seeking for me to get these points or me to get buckets, but for our team just to score as a whole, right? Being aggressive, overcoming these slow starts is you deciding to say, all right, let me put myself in positions to make plays according to my gravity. If you do that, if everybody does that, everybody plays a role, that energy could get right back there and your team will be clicking exactly as it should be. So you going to sleep, I'm about to slide out too. I'm about to go eat some dinner. So make sure that y'all subscribe. Make sure that you join the membership. Make sure that y'all stay tuned for the new merch that's dropping. You follow on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And also make sure that you do everything you need to do to be able to get to where you want to go. But most importantly, before that, I forgot one thing. How I forget this? So make sure you sacrifice your present self and invest into your future self. And you do everything you need to do to be able to get to where you want to go. So discipline or regret, you choose.